our national anthem this Tuesday night. Well, San Antonio, my friends, here tonight, the Admiral David Robinson and the rest of that crew, and then again, as we alluded a moment ago, down to Phoenix. That's going to be, by the way, on KGW Television Channel 8, and may I suggest in your area you check your local listings for the start of tomorrow night's game out along the line, those of you not in the Portland area. And then it's home on Friday night, another cable game, and that'll be the Los Angeles Lakers, Sacramento here on Sunday. So that's the agenda for the next few days, and of course in between Thanksgiving. And we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving day. So Steve and I will be back shortly. We'll have the opening tip, the starting lineups, and all the pregame information for you as NBA basketball. Don't go away. We're going to be right back.
No one knew where he came from, but they knew what he wanted. Introducing AMPM's hearty new BBQ rib, flame broiled, smothered in barbecue sauce. It's one mean sandwich. At only 99 cents each, you can pack up a herd of them. No one knew where he came from, but they knew he'd be back.
Welcome. How did the incredible universe begin? In the beginning, there was a great void. Then, suddenly, a big bang, followed by an incredible 160,000 square feet of space, which was filled with all of the electronics, computers, appliances, and music in the world, all at incredible low prices. Incredible universe. It's not just a store. It's cosmically fun.
If it's not in the universe, it doesn't exist.
We saw that we could move the windshield forward on a sedan and reduce wind noise while increasing visibility. We saw that moving the wheels toward the corners would result in greater stability and more passenger room. We saw that this cab forward design is not only more aerodynamic, it looks like nothing else on the road. And now that we've seen what's possible on a four-door sedan, we can't see building one any other way. Intrepid. This changes everything.
Nobody in America's ever disliked Saturdays. A day to fool around, even if that means pounding the dents out of an old fender. But sometimes you still need to get your money. That's why Bank of America is now open 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Because you should be able to do anything you want on Saturdays. Even go to the bank. Banking on America. Bank of America.
The following is a Blazer Broadcasting sports presentation. The Oregon Trail and the Trailblazers, a name carved from its history. The Oregon Trail is a great American adventure. It's the story of 500,000 people who left their homes and traveled west for a new beginning in a new land. It was the greatest migration of people in recorded history. Some wished to escape the economic depression back in the States. Others said they came for patriotic reasons, or just to go where they had never been. But one thing they all had in common: when they hit the trail, it was Oregon or bust. This is Blazer Cable, And these are the cable affiliates that make up the Blazer Cable Network.
When choosing a health plan, it's wise to remember you get what you pay for. ODS Health Plan has the best claims payment record in the business. When you run a tight ship, you don't have to nickel and dime your subscribers. We keep our costs low to keep benefits high. In fact, nearly 93 cents of every premium dollar is used to pay claims. Of course, you could find a cheaper health plan, but how much is peace of mind worth?
This is the Temple of Flight, shrine of the enlightened basketball mind. Come, experience ball mastery. Meditate that.
But Master, what if we behave badly?
You go to Detroit.
Style, attitude, fashion, better than ever before. The ultimate temptation, a spectacular new food court. The look, the fashion, more in store for you.
What's that?
It's a consumer survey. They want to know if you're happy with your car.
Oh, I am.
Oh, I know. And as of last night, so does everybody at the Martins' dinner party.
In its first year, the all-new Toyota Camry moved thousands to appreciate that a car could be everything you want and even more than you imagined.
You gave two complete strangers a 20-minute test drive.
15. I was 15.
The 1993 Toyota Camry. Few cars actually move you. This is one.
What I want is something dramatic.
We have lots of dramatic shades.
But not obvious. I don't want anybody to notice, but I don't want anybody not to notice.
Well, that's why we have such a huge selection here at Payless Drugs.
I mean, I do want to make an impression.
Oh, I know. Oh, well, how's this?
Perfect. What about lipstick?
Well, how much of an impression do you want to make?
Pretty big.
This big?
Oh, well, I don't... Yeah.
Payless, the drugstore worth talking about. BP's research and testing tends to leave an impression on most visitors.
4th floor, aviation fuel research. 6th floor, marine fuel testing.
And we put this research to use in a very practical place. Your local BP station.
Pizza for Todd King. Top floor.
Top floor, space research.
BP, on the move.
We couldn't make the day any longer, or the distance between people any shorter. But at Cellular One, we can give you the freedom to go where you want to go, and never be out of touch with the people who are most important to you. That's why Cellular One is building a new cellular network across North America. To reserve your number, call our number, 1-800-IMAGINE.
Halftime this Tuesday night. San Antonio led by 4 after 1. Well, they have a 1-point lead at the break, 48-47. Blazers did come on, led by Cliff Robinson and Rod Strickland, to take a 4-point lead, but could not hold it. And then the Spurs come on, thanks to Mr. Lloyd Daniels in particular. Antoine Carr very hot for the Spurs in the first half. And San Antonio leading by 1, 48-47. Early in the ball game, Vinny Del Negro looking inside of the Admiral. Nice alley-oop play. Blazers didn't get back, and running the floor very nicely, David Robinson. Vinny Del Negro again, floating to the corner. And they get it to Dale Ellis. And a little right-handed hook there. Now Terry Porter with the ball. Blazers off to a rather sluggish start. Finds Drexler underneath. Nice pass. Use the glass. Put it down. Blazers get on the scoreboard. Clyde needs 19 in the ball game for 15,000. Clyde again as the Blazers come up with a miscue from San Antonio. Clyde on the drive. Looks left. Gets it over to Porter. Porter up with the left hand. No good. Drexler follows, and he tipped it down for 2.
You know, whenever you look at highlights, you try to find what's been working for a team. One of the things that worked so well for San Antonio was that particular play. Vinny Del Negro to either David Robinson or Antoine Carr down on the box. So when the coaches are in, they're saying, we got to take that play away from them. You got to have pressure on the passer. You've got to be able to get that player off the post. And if you're not able to get the ball out of his hand, then they're going to hurt you. San Antonio reacting to the Trailblazer defense. You see no one is there for Dale Ellis. He had about a week to get that shot up and down, and the Trailblazers end up paying. So Rick Adelman early in the ball game was concerned about his team's lack of defensive rotation. At the offensive end of the floor, Portland really would have liked to have had quicker ball movement. Cliff Robinson certainly did an excellent job of keeping Portland in the ball game once he came in off the bench. 10 in the second quarter to match the 10 that Antoine Carr threw up, and eventually Portland finally got the lead in the ball game and had momentary control. Rod Strickland doing what you really should do is pressure the ball, force a mistake. Avery Johnson couldn't quite handle the pressure, lost control of the ball, and Strickland on a very quick push on his own and to score. With Strickland's entry into the ball game, things changed for the better for the Trailblazers, but one play that continued to work for those San Antonio Spurs was Carr catching, turning, and facing. If you're going to defend against Carr, one, you want to get him off the post, and secondly, you want to make him put the ball on the floor. Near steal, but a good hustling effort by Cliff Robinson. And again, the most remarkable improvement by Cliff Robinson is his patience at the offensive end. He's an offensive player who knows that he can score, but now he's coming at the opponent with his best shot. Carr moving deeper and deeper out on the floor to make jump shots. Robinson taking it personal, and he matched him basket for basket. One of the things that Sean Elliott has and probably hasn't gotten enough chance to exploit in this ball game is the ability to drive the ball, particularly coming to the baseline. A very quick first step, and he scores. And you'll see Lloyd Daniels is looking around to see what is available for him, and he sees that the defense is not set, and he just goes on his own against a smaller Terry Porter, and you can see why they like his feel for the game, his understanding of the game.
Halftime, San Antonio leading Portland by 1, 48-47.
In retail, there are two absolute laws. The customer is always right.
Say they were anchovies, they're anchovies, all right?
And the competition is always right behind you. Reason enough to have a GTE phone system beside you. Because we can show you ways to use it to be more productive.
Yeah, hello, sales.
Yeah, sure.
Even get new and repeat business. Call us, because your competition is also watching this commercial.
Nobody in America has ever disliked Saturdays. A day to fool around, even if that means pounding the dents out of an old fender. But sometimes you still need to get your money. That's why Bank of America is now open 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Because you should be able to do anything you want on Saturdays. Even go to the bank. Banking on America. Bank of America.
Imagine
What if all travel accommodations were as cramped as airlines usually are?
First time with us? Watch the head. Yes, indeed. All the comforts of home. Your bed, sir. Yes, indeed. And stereo TV, too. Watch the head.
At Alaska Airlines, we think space is essential even when you fly. So we give you, on average, a couple of inches more leg room than the major airlines do.
Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on,
It's a universal truth. Miller Lite's brewed from the start to be the one great-tasting beer that's less filling. It's everything you want a beer to be.
Another unexplained crop formation has been sighted. Looks like there's intelligent life out there, after all.
Blazer Cable continues with first half stats in a moment.
Have you ever thought about wearing shoes?
Randy Travis, he's the best.
Still the real thing.
What a voice.
Hello.
When you found the real thing. Think he's as cute in person? Uh-huh. What I wouldn't give to meet a guy like him. Hey, Julie, want to ring up this Coca-Cola Classic?
Thank you. Can't beat the real thing.
If you love the taste and smell of fresh ground coffee, the wholesome natural goodness of fresh squeezed juice, if you love rich, hearty sauces, then you should know Braun housewares are on sale at Fred Meyer. You can bring home the continental flavor of an Espresso Master for just $89.99. The Braun hand blender with chopper is just $29.99. And when you buy the 10-cup Braun coffee maker, also $29.99, you'll get a free stainless steel filter. Only during the Braun sale. You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
Give it a ball. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it a ball. Ow.
Cellular One Fastcast, as you take a look at the leading scores. Antoine Carr at the top with a smoking second quarter of play to give him a total of 14, followed by David Robinson and Dale Ellis. And both of those players got out smartly in the first quarter. Cliff Robinson trying to neutralize Carr with just 10 in the second quarter. Ends up being Portland's leading scorer, followed by Drexler and Duckworth. Leading rebounder, Sidney Green. So Green is doing something good for San Antonio, followed by Antoine Carr. The Trailblazers, it is Duckworth and Drexler and Buck Williams, with Drexler at the top. So the guards, last couple of games, have been the guys that have been getting it done on the glass. Trailblazers, circle this, and this is a big problem for them right now. Ball going in the basket, field goal percentage is down, free throws are down. They're doing it with the hustle and effort area, rebounds, second chance points, and the bench have kept him in the ball game to this point.
You're out in the West today, there's probably 75,000 Golden Eagles. In addition, there's numerous Hawks, Osprey, Owls, Falcons. And so my job is to make sure that these birds can nest and perch in safety on our facilities. I can't say enough about our own personnel that's going out there, building these platforms, modifying these pools to make them safer for birds. You know, the best thing about this work is that you can see the results right away. All you got to do is look up.
BP's research and testing tends to leave an impression on most visitors.
Fourth floor aviation fuel research. Sixth floor marine fuel testing.
And we put this research to use in a very practical place. Your local BP station.
Pizza for Todd King. Top floor.
Top floor space research.
BP, on the move.
Miller Genuine Draft. It's cold filtered. That's how we keep our commitment to everyone who knows that draft beer is real beer, pure beer, the best beer. It's why so many people can enjoy a beer whose taste hasn't been changed by heat pasteurization, and why so many people are making a change of their own to the genuine draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold.
For a long time, we owned the road. Toyota cars and trucks have always been that much better. Way out ahead in quality, technology, and value. So while others may seem to be catching up, don't forget, Toyota keeps forging ahead, developing new styles, better quality, and providing the kind of value that promises to keep us ahead. Add to that a group of dealers who keep all that value affordable, and that's why Toyota remains that much better. If you want a better car at a much better price, see your local Toyota dealer.
30 pairs of Blazers game tickets, 15 Trailblazers jackets, and 5 Blazers autographed leather basketballs. 50 fantastic prizes. And you could win one of them in this year's Franz Bread Trailblazers sweepstakes. To enter, look for entry blanks and contest information on loaves of Franz Premium White Bread. It's your big chance to win Blazers tickets, jackets, or an autographed Blazers basketball. Enter the Franz Bread Trailblazers sweepstakes today.
So there we were, 4 miles up. Pat, the view was unbelievable. Snowcat.
What, you got any pictures?
Are you kidding? I took 1 million of them. Dropped the film off yesterday at Payless Drugs.
When can we see them?
Today. Oh, man, I hope the moose came out.
Wait, the moose?
I was 20 feet away.
No.
10 feet away from the... No, man, 5 feet away from the...
Me.
At one point, he starts walking toward me, right? Yeah, the nostrils, the antlers, and everything, right?
What, were you scared?
Of a moose? No, come on, man, moose.
Payless, the drugstore worth talking about.
The best measure of any health plan is the loyalty of its subscribers. At ODS Health Plan, 98% of our subscribers renew with us. Most likely because we treat them the way we'd want to be treated ourselves, with understanding, respect, and the highest level of care at the lowest possible cost. We never forget who we really work for. That's why people are so loyal to us, and the feeling is mutual.
You're out in the West today, there's probably 75,000 Golden Eagles. In addition, there's numerous Hawks, Osprey, Owls, Falcons. And so my job is to make sure that these birds can nest and perch in safety on our facilities. I can't say enough about our own personnel that's going out there, building these platforms, modifying these pools to make them safer for birds. You know, the best thing about this work is that you can see the results right away. All you got to do is look up.
The Martins worked hard remodeling their kitchen, so they chose GE lighting. Floods here, decorative bulbs here, for drama halogen spots here, and dependable GE dimmers to control it all. Where'd they find it? Right now, while Kathy Rogers is hurrying to finish her place in time for her sister's reception, she's not thinking why Fred Meyer chooses to sell Glidden paint, and that's okay, because it will all turn out just fine.
Behind me is an ultra-sophisticated piece of equipment from Horizon Air. If the other airlines were to find out about this, well, I don't have to tell you.
We call it a cart. You put your bag on it just before you board your Horizon Air flight, and then somehow, magically, it's waiting for you on a cart when you get off. It's like checked baggage without having to check it. Do you know how much time you save? I do.
Come on, let me show you where it's at. Ooh, come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where it's at. Miller Lite, I like it like that.
When you're calling for great taste and a less filling beer, one beer's made to order. Miller Lite. It's everything you want a beer to be.
Ooh, I like it like that. Come on, let me show you where it's at. Ooh, come on.
Final score here tonight, Portland continues on winning ways. They now have won 8 in a row, 8-0. Again, the only undefeated team in the league, and they do it to San Antonio, 95-91. Well, they had a lot of heroes late in the ball game.
They did, but the biggest hero in the fourth quarter was Cliff Robinson. Robinson came up big, 9 points in the quarter, total of 23, to continue a real fine start. You know, this is the game in which the Trailblazers had to persist. It looked like they were going to break the will of San Antonio. 7:17 left in the fourth quarter of play, and they had the game under control. Suddenly, San Antonio gets in it behind David Robinson, Antoine Carr, and Sean Elliott. They're back in the game, and it's a one-point ball game as we take a look at the second half. The play that was the most successful for David Robinson and Antoine Carr was a feed from the wing in isolation for them down on the box. And when David Robinson can go one-on-one, and he's a jump shooting center, he likes to face the basket and then penetrate, he's deadly. They double team him, and whenever Dale Ellis can square up and get his feet set, you know, this is one guy that won the NBA three-point shoot contest. He is still deadly from out there. Both teams making their opponent pay by throwing long. Drexler here getting a foul against Dale Ellis, and at that point it looked like the Trailblazers transition game was going to take hold, and they would win this one comfortably. Give some credit to San Antonio for being up to the challenge, and whenever they had the opportunity, they made the most of it. When Portland had their run going, some good things happened because they moved the ball, they moved people. That is the Drexler 15,000 point going in. Turnovers, and there were some turnovers at critical times, and both teams trying to look long, and this was excellent awareness by both Rod Strickland and Cliff Robinson. Robinson, knowing he wasn't going to be able to get the shot he wanted, gave it to Drexler for an easy two. On this play, San Antonio breaks down. Avery Johnson doesn't get up close enough. That allows Rod Strickland to penetrate, draw David Robinson, and it's an easy opportunity for Drexler at the rim. Portland's strength has always been through the years transition and being able to run. Kevin Duckworth didn't like at least the look he got the first time, got a little rhythm bounce, was able to knock that one down. Duckworth with a solid game tonight. He had 16 and was a positive force, particularly in the first and third periods of play. Nice interception by Cliff Robinson. But control in an NBA game is an elusive thing. You see Mario Elie control that offensive effort right there against Antoine Carr. Carr did not step out soon enough, and Elie was able to get his momentum going. At the other end, Antoine Carr is a big, strong post player. He's got everyone thinking jump shot and leans in and up and under. And he, along with Elliott Robinson, were bringing San Antonio back. David Robinson again in isolation. Almost a similar play, getting Cliff Robinson off of his feet. But you'll see one thing that is better about Cliff Robinson, particularly in critical stages of the game, he's not fouling as much. And that makes it easier to keep him in the game as Porter put Portland up 5-4 with that jump shot. San Antonio never really did pressure the ball at the point of attack. What they rely on was reacting. And David Robinson, trying to be in between, was caught, and Cliff Robinson goes airborne on a nice pass from Clyde Drexler. Get another look at the same play. That's the luxury of having Drexler down on the box. He's going to draw more than one defender. He's going to get their attention. You see the reaction of Cliff Robinson. The Trailblazers win for the 8th time, and with it, they certainly have to be thankful that they had the Rabbits' feet. Lloyd Daniels all open, and a chance to tie the ball game up blew it, and that put Portland in the commanding position, as they will think about what they did well tonight, and also think about the things that they didn't do quite as well as they've done in the past, and try to improve on it. They've got another ball game, and they will head down to Phoenix tonight. And it will be interesting to see how they respond. You've won, and you won a ball game in which you didn't play well, and you've got an opponent that's been sitting and waiting and probably watching some of the things that you struggled with, and will try to force you to play in that regard. It will be a contest which should feature some high scoring, and Portland will have a chance to get back to their best game, which is driving the ball to the hoop. Bill Shonley, he's at center court. His guess is supposed to be the guy that scored 15,000 plus tonight, Clyde Drexler.
Points, and that is sensational. Well, thank you, Coach. But I'd like to say thanks a lot, but I really couldn't have done it without the help of my teammates throughout the years. You know, basketball is a team game, and everything you accomplish is within the team frame. So I'd like to thank all of my teammates, past and present, and thanks a lot, guys. And the guy that got the assist on your 15,000 point, Kevin Duckworth. He'll be proud of that. He was the first one to remind me. As soon as I got in the locker room, he says, remember who passed you the ball. We talked about that earlier. Well, that was one of the stories here tonight, and again, congratulations. But off to an 8-0 start on the year. Still the only undefeated team in the league. It's really a magnificent feeling. I think the team is working hard. We work hard each and every day in practice to get better game by game. But I think the most important things that we've done have been done this summer with the acquisition of Cliff. We had Cliff. With the acquisition of Mario, Rod, and Tracy Murray, and the new rookies, Dave and Reggie Smith, have really improved our team. I think, and with the way Cliff is playing this year, he's incredible. Oh, absolutely. Cliff had a sensational game tonight. He was 10 for 16. He had a career-high 23 points for Cliff and 9 rebounds. And he's been one of your leading scorers so far this year. He has really gotten off to a great start. It's not only what he's doing, but it's the way that he's doing it. He's really playing with a lot of poise. He's playing well on both ends of the floor. And he has continued to better his game each and every season. And
I think he's really a fine ball player, and he deserves much more attention.
How about Rod Strickland again tonight? 7 assists, 6 rebounds. I don't know how he finds the ball, but he does.
Rod is so quick. He brings an element to this team that we've been lacking in the past. A point guard that can create, can really create, and is so quick on the defensive end. He just steals balls from anywhere. And he's been a welcome addition. And some of the things that he does, he amazes even his teammates, and we're glad to have him.
Clyde, tell me about the ball game tonight in your own words. Had a tough time getting going there for a while.
I think we really came out flat. I think San Antonio was really ready to play tonight, and they were making a lot of their shots, and so they made it tough on us. You got to give that team credit. They hadn't been playing as well as they could have, and tonight they wanted to make a statement, and they came in and gave it their best.
Antoine Carr was hot early, and then in the second and third periods, Cliff Robinson and the rest of you did a sensational job on David Robinson.
I tell you, we really kept him down most of the night. I think in the fourth period, he got a few points, but I think Cliff and Duck did a great job on him collectively, as well as Mark Bryant.
All right, this one is in the books. You had to pull it out, and you did. You're 8-0, but a real big game tomorrow night down in Phoenix.
Well, they're all pretty big, and we both know that, Sean. But it's going to be a challenging game because everybody thinks Phoenix is going to be the team to come out the West. And every chance we get to change their mind, we just got to make the best of the opportunity. And so we're looking forward to it.
All right, my friend, thank you very much. It's a trip to Phoenix. We'll see you there tomorrow. Clyde Drexler, ladies and gentlemen, 15,000 career points. Thank you, Clyde. We'll be back right after these messages.
The Arias family tackling do-it-yourself projects with the help of True Value.
And their family is turning to our family for the True Value of the month.
It's a Master Mechanic propane torch with pencil point precision. Don't miss this handyman special. True Value priced at just $8.77.
For personal service and low prices, bring your family to ours.
You can do it with True Value.
This is the Temple of Flight, home of the sky and mighty. Come, witness aerialism.
I jam, therefore I am.
So endeth the lesson.
The available anti-lock brakes on the new Geo Prism can help you negotiate driving hazards during hard braking. And every new Prism comes with a driver's side airbag, which we'd also be happy to demonstrate. But you've seen all that before. Besides, why ruin such a beautiful car? Get to know the newest Geo Prism, at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Genuine Draft congratulates Bobby Rahal on winning the 1992 PPG IndyCar World Series Championship. When we said he was flying, we weren't lying.
The one thing that the Cellular One Fast Stats won't tell you is which team was the luckiest. Antoine Carr and David Robinson, the leading scorers and big finishers for them. Sean Elliott with a big finish to get into double figures himself as San Antonio and Jerry Tarkanian leave a little bit hurting right now. Drexler with 14 in the third finishes as Portland's leading scorer. Big finish by Cliff Robinson with 9 1/4, a career high 23. David Robinson, the leading rebounder, followed by Antoine Carr. So a team that was struggling on the boards at halftime really picked it up. Buck Williams came in, Robinson came up as they helped the Trailblazers maintain their advantage on the board. Field goal shooting, perhaps the roughest night the Trailblazers have had. San Antonio did better in both departments, field goals and free throws, rebounds. They were beating their points off the bench. And as I said before, You know, when you have a streak, you've got to have some luck. You look at the hustle board, and that tells you that Portland was the dominant force, but you look at the scoreboard, and you say it was a squeaker of a game, and it came down to the final possession for San Antonio and Lloyd Daniels and a miss.
What's on tap? Well, a big one down in Phoenix, Arizona. Our televised game tomorrow night, Portland and Phoenix, live beginning at 6:30 on KGW TV Channel 8 and our Blazers television network. Those of you out of the Portland area, a reminder to check your local listings now for the time in your area. Steve, you were talking about Jerry Tarkanian being down. What about Lloyd Daniels?
Well, I mean, if you're a player, you know that you've blown a golden opportunity. Certainly you had a chance to tie the game, but he'll get a chance to recover much quicker than the coach. He gets to play. The coach does not get to play.
Right.
So, you know, whatever Jerry's going to go through, he's going to carry it with him for a while.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night down in Phoenix. Blazers win it. They are 8-0 on the year. Wherever you may be, Bill Schonely, good night, everybody.
Have gotten a wake-up call.
This has been a Blazer Broadcasting sports presentation.
By Wagner. Evans puts it in the middle. Trojans keep it alive. Peters will have to bump it over. Not a real attack, though. Bremner now sets. Evans charges. She is blocked. Great save by Hatchett. Bruins will try it again. Evans hits it over, but Shelley with a one-handed save. Quick set for the Trojans. It's popped up by Lori Warnick. Now on the outside, through the block by Katie Haller.
Hit the antenna.
It hit the antenna. And if it hits the antenna, it's out of bounds.
And
so it's a side out UCLA.
Again, UCLA winning a long rally, Jeff, and I mean, these are great defensive teams, SC especially.
Evans serves at 1-1. Peters back set at the net. Nice swing there for Lori Warnock.
She's a real interesting story because she played at BYU last year against USC in the NCAA tournament, was transferring to Pepperdine, set to enroll, and ended up at USC a week later and is starting for the Trojans.
Trojans serve. Hudak bumps it over. Peters at the net. A quick set and a quick hit by Lori Warnock again. And the Trojans now lead 2-1 here in game number 1.
USC looks very good in the early going, especially on the defensive end, Jeff. They're making the plays, and they're staying in the match that way.
After receive serve, they set Youngs on the near side. She crosses it. It's blocked at the net, and the Trojans play it. Now an attack by Haller. Youngs is there to play it. Bremner runs to the middle of the court to get the set. Youngs winds up and delivers. Elaine Youngs that time. Getting a good set from Julie Bremner and putting it away.
And it's USC's defense against UCLA's power in the early going, Jeff. USC's defense keeping them in.
Lisa Hudak back to serve. 2-1 USC. Bruins will try to tie on this sequence. Bocelli at the net. Hits it down the line. Evans gets a hand on it, but that's all. Side out to the Trojans.
Second kill for Cisa Bocelli. SC running their offense a lot better than the last time. A lot more versatility.
Katie Haller back to serve. Hudak pass up front to Bremen. They set across the court to Young. She hits long. Nobody touched it. Point Trojans, 3-1 USC. Maybe, Michael, the Trojans are looking for the payback from the football game Saturday night at the Rose Bowl.
I'd say the payback from the football game and the first volleyball match, which was embarrassing on national TV.
Young straight down. Elaine Young. Check the floor for Dent because Young's really crushed that one. Side out to UCLA. Bremner now will serve. Outstanding player, great athlete. Bocelli bumps it high in the air. Keebler's attack at the net is blocked by Hatchett. Trojans get it back. Same spot. Keebler attacks again. Youngs digs this time. Bremner from the 3-meter line sits in the near side. Youngs is blocked at the net.
Lisa Bocelli here with the block, and that was UCLA's big rotation with Youngs, Hatchett, and Williams in the front row.
Bocelli at 6'5", used her entire frame that time. Warnock now back to serve the Trojans. Youngs to Bremner. Quick set to Hatchett. Dug in the back row by the Trojans. Outside, Keebler is blocked, and it is going to be blocked out of bounds, point USC.
USC opens up a 4-1 lead here, and again, it's their defense. They're able to dig UCLA, and they're winning the transition battle.
Warnock's serve is long. The serve is air. That is recorded as such. Side out to the Bruins. Elaine Youngs will serve. Great crowd on hand tonight to support the game. 3,000 people about. Great serve by Youngs. Dug by the Trojans. They set it outside for Keebler. She's blocked at the net. Free ball at the net. Hatchett puts it away. Hatchett getting the contact from USC. Hitting off the block. It's called tooling off the block. And it's a point. Now 2 serving 4. Youngs, big swing. Free ball. Hatchett puts another one away. Was it touched? No, it was untouched. And it's a side out USC. Hatchett went to the right side that time.
I think she was looking for a player to get in the way of her spike. No one did, and it went out of bounds.
Bocelli serves. Youngs receives to Bremner. Evans hits way wide. Trying to hit over the block, and there was not much of a block. 5 serving 2 now. The Trojans lead it.
And again, UCLA here with some errors. 4 hitting errors so far in the early going for UCLA.
Long serve by Bocelli is long, a little too long, side out. With Bocelli in the back row, it's a good chance for the Bruins to get some quick rallies. And point. Hatchett back to serve now. Good serve, flat serve, taken by Keebler. Outside, Wagner hits. It was touched. And it's going to be
I think
the Trojans were to the net.
Yeah, USC in the net, point UCLA, because the ball was touched.
2 officials, sometimes with opposite calls. Only one will count, of course. Mika Walker hits the antenna, point UCLA. And the Bruins now close within 1. 4 serving 5. This is game 1. Hatchett back to serve for the Bruins. Wearing number 2. Great serve. Nice dig, free ball. The Bruins can't put it away. Trojans keep it alive. Near the net. It's punched over by Keebler. The Bruins a chance now on the back set to Williams. Bocelli, nice dig. Evans bumps it for the Bruins. Bremner sets for the Bruins. Evans attacks, tools it off the block. Point Bruins, and they've tied it up now at 5-5. The Trojans led at one time, 4-1, then 5-2. 3 straight points. It's now 5-5. Great serve by Hatchett. Another overpass for the Trojans. They have to knock it over. No threat there. One set. Hudak is blocked with the net. Lifting the ball is called on the Bruins, and it's a side out USC.
Nice block by Mika Wagner on the play.
Back to serve for USC is Kelly Keebler. The freshman, seen a lot of action. Bruins set Williams, and that, as usual, results in a side out. That's her first kill. So she had, what, 2 or 3 points in the basketball this evening?
1 point in the basketball and 1 point in the volleyball.
Okay. She'll have more kills than baskets on this night. 5-5. Sue Peters sets Mika Wagner, and she slams it down. Side out USC.
She's had an excellent season for USC and could be a future All-American for the Trojans.
Wagner, the sophomore from Moreno Valley, leading the team in aces with 37. She serves. Hatchett plays it. Bremner to Williams. Free ball to net. The Bruins have 2 up there, and that's why they win the joust. Evans and Hudak. 2-on-1. Now Evans will serve. Still 5-5. Always a good show when the Bruins and the Trojans play. Service received by Keebler. Peters sets the outside. It's hit over without much authority. Dug by Elaine Young. Hatchett, a good set to Young. She turns, shoots, and scores.
That was definitely a basketball shoot and score. She dug the ball in the back row. Hatchett set her, turned around, and let it fly, and it was in for a point.
6-5 Bruins. They've taken the lead. Evans serves. Sue Peters at the net. Sets the outside. The Bruins partially blocked the swing of Haller. Now at the net. Young's attack. She hits the antenna.